Let's take you to Heidi Giokos now. Heidi is up and about with City Power officials who are cutting off some businesses that owe them while they scramble with funds to repair damaged infrastructure due to power cuts. Will they be going after government departments and entities as well? Heidi, can you answer that question for us?
Yes, Masako, we are still in Alex, where it seems as though the operations are still underway, where City Power is going to a number of businesses that supposedly owe them. This particular business owes City Power 2 million rand. Currently, the business owner is speaking, and I just want to put my mic in so we can hear what's going on.
How much we pay our attorneys? Yeah, I'll give it to you.
As far as you're concerned, you paid.
Yes, we are paying every month.
And how much you pay roughly?
About 10,000 rand a month.
Sorry, so do you claim that you don't owe them 2 million rand?
No, we don't.
So how come their records show that you owe them 2 million?
Because we don't know where they've been getting the readings from. Previously, they were billing us for a meter that wasn't on this property, right? This was after about 2 years, they took that meter off, they put this meter on.
So what will it mean if they cut your electricity? What will it do to your business?
We have 30 employees. They won't have any jobs, you know.
So what is this business? What do you do here?
We are a manufacturing concern. There's two core components. One is manufacturing of outdoor lighting and allied products, and the other one is powder coating.
So you can confidently say that you do not owe City Power over 2 million rand?
Absolutely.
Do you have the records to prove that you've been paying?
I can prove it to you. Okay. And I can prove that we got an ongoing case with the COJ.
Tell us a bit more about that ongoing case. So they were previously billing the business that was here, and now that's become your responsibility.
Yes, we've had numerous meetings with the COJ over the last 3 years. We've been speaking to the attorneys. In fact, it went to High Court and it was actually thrown out of court. And then, well, they've got new attorneys now, and we're actually trying to get a meeting with the new attorneys to discuss this matter.
Okay, thank you so much. I just want to see if we can get through here.
Anybody from the media, you don't need any proof. I'll give you all the proof.
Okay, thank you so much. I just want to see if we can get a little bit closer, Masako, where the meter is currently now being checked. Just excuse the shaky visuals because it is quite tight in there. But the meter is now currently being checked, and what's interesting is that the owner has indicated that they have been paying monthly, and that there is an ongoing court battle between the COJ and this business, because he claims that they have been paying, and it's previous debt that has now become the responsibility of this business. But it is interesting that they are claiming that they have been paying. However, City Power is now saying let's just cut, and we can talk about this later, which, as you heard, is going to be detrimental for this business. I just want to also speak to the fact that the previous businesses and government departments, specifically a court and I think it was a police department, I'm not sure exactly, we didn't really get clarity on that, they were not cut because they're still trying to figure out if the meter readings are correct. So I wouldn't really call this a successful operation. It seems as though they are still trying to navigate and find their way around who exactly owes and if they are supposed to be cutting them. But it seems as though this business might be cut.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a problem, Heidi. I wonder what that man will do if indeed he's telling the truth, that he's paying 10,000 rand every single month towards his bill, and then they're cutting him. If he's still there, Heidi, just find out from him if he'll be looking at legal recourse if he is able to prove a bit later on that he has in fact been paying the utility.
Okay, so it seems as though they are being cut. Sorry to interject you. Do you realize that they've cut you now?
No.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to take the City Power to court? What is your plan of action? Because they're cutting you right now, and they're saying they're also going to cut outside.
Well, we're going to apply for an urgent interdict to have it restored.
And by the time that happens, that might be a couple of days. So what's that going to do to you and your business?
Unfortunately, our employees will have no work to do.
And your clients?
Our clients as well, but we can't fulfill any orders that we have.
You look rather stressed. I'm sure this
I am
is
stressed, you know. We never expected something like this. And as they are well aware that the matter is with the courts, right now.
So I heard you earlier on outside when City Power approached you that you have not received any notice. Is that correct? Did they not notify you that they would be coming in?
No, when I heard that this was going to happen, I found our attorneys, and he said they cannot disconnect it unless there's a termination notice being served. Now, we have no record of a termination notice being served. They showed me a document now, dated 28th of December. 28th of December, the factory was closed.
So that's the only termination. Did you receive that termination letter on the 28th of December?
No, I just saw it now.
Okay, I think it's important for us to get Isaac Mangena, but I don't see him anywhere. So we can understand what's going on. Sorry, Isaac, we live on eNCA. I just want to understand what's going on here, because the business owner is saying that he didn't receive a termination letter or any notice that this was going to be happening, and he's claiming that there's prior debt from a previous company that's now become his responsibility, and this matters in the court. Do you as City Power know this?
Look, every person that we go after to cut off, the first thing they will tell you is that they have never received any pre-termination notice. So we come here coming from, obviously, the city of Johannesburg. We've got an accounts department. That is where most of the letters come from. Then they send to entities like City Power to say, this person owes us electricity, this person owes us water, go and cut off, because we've been going back and forth with them. So chances are we would have done that like everyone else. That is the process that we don't take lightly. We always make sure that before we go after a person, in fact, this is the last resort. When we cut off, it's the last resort. We would have been through with the phones, with the mail, and so forth, so that customers can come through. If they are under any distress, they can make arrangements with us. If they are not, then it means that they basically don't want to pay us. So if he has proof, he should bring it to us and say, this is how much I've paid, or this is how much I'm actually disputing.
But he's telling us that he can show us the proof that he has been paying.
He showed me the proof.
No, but what I'm saying to you is, you as City Power, should you not be looking at that proof that he claims that he has before you cut him off?
That's why I'm saying the process would have been that, have you paid? Send us the proof. And there's never proof that came through. That's why we are here. We wouldn't be coming here. So we take about almost 21 days. Often we just even skip that and go about 2 months before we actually come to a person and do the cutoff. So if it's 2 million, it means we probably have been going back and forth with this person. Probably an arrangement was made and he did not honor it. And so that's why we are here. So if he says he's got proof, by all means, let him produce that proof. Let him come to our local SDC and produce that proof. We'll come back and reconnect. But currently what we're doing, we're cutting him off, and then he will come to the offices and make sure that we fix his account.
Okay, he claims he's going to go to court and get an urgent interdict to prevent you from doing this.
We have already done it. We have cut off the electricity, so we'll meet him in court. Yeah, no, if he comes through, he doesn't have to go to court. Remember, he said he paid, so he doesn't even have to go to court. He just have to come to our depot and produce the proof of payments and whatever that he has with the city. Then we'll come back and reconnect him.
Okay, while I have you here, Isaac, do you find this specific operation today successful? Because I know there were government departments that you were planning to cut off, but there might have been some meter reading issues. Perhaps just give us clarity on that, and if you think that this approach is a successful one, or this operation today has been successful.
Look, this is the first day of the operation, and yes, we believe that it was successful, even though there are certain areas where we actually have to deal with the issues of meters that are not connected to the grid, that we need to sort that one out. Obviously, we will send team to go basically investigate that to ensure that everything is in order before we can basically proceed, whether with the cutoff or reconnection of those customers that we would have visited. However, we also find that we, like with the college, which is a government institution, it owed almost R1 million, and they've been owing that for some time. And only when they heard that we're coming, they deposited that money, which is still to reflect in our account. So it shows that we've got people that actually have money to pay for the services, to pay for electricity usage, but they just don't do it, and they are sitting on top. They are sitting on it, waiting for City Power to knock at their door. So we appeal to the businesses, especially because they make money almost every day. they make profits almost every day, to basically do the right thing and ensure that they pay for their services, come to City Power before City Power comes to you, so that at least we don't have this kind of embarrassment where we come to you and cut off your electricity. This is the money that we need. We are owed about 4 billion rands as the city of Johannesburg, across the city of as City Power, basically, from people who basically have defaulted or actually do not actually pay for electricity. This is the money that we need to ensure that we can do maintenance of our infrastructure, to ensure that during this time of load shedding, where we are losing a lot of equipment, where we are losing cables, we are able to replace those cables. So otherwise we get to a point where we also don't have money to basically do some of those replacements.
Okay, just very quickly, you spoke about the college, and the college has indicated that they've had cable theft there and they're sitting without power. So you're quick to cut the electricity off, but are you quick enough to fix their issue when it comes to cable theft because of the vandalism and theft that we're seeing?
The vandalism of that mini substation, we found it as we were walking there with you. We didn't know about it. Otherwise, we would have basically sent the technicians to ensure that they deal with it. But it also highlights the bigger problem that we're having of vandalism of the infrastructure. You saw with your eyes, they basically cut off the cables and they took the breaker out of that mini substations, basically plunging the college into darkness during the time when students are supposed to be registering for their intake in 2023. So this is the problem that we're having. It's not only in Alexander, it's actually huge in areas like Rudeport and Rampek and even Lenasia. So we didn't know about it. We only knew about it today. We informed our technicians and they will go back and make sure that they repair. But also you saw how close that box is to the security house. So it goes to that appeal that we've always been making, that customers should actually take care of their infrastructure. Customers should protect their infrastructure, whether during load shedding or when the lights are on.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. That was Isaac Mangena just giving us some clarity about what exactly is going on. And I think the process is still underway where the electricity is currently now being cut, Masego, and I'm sure the business owner will have to decide what he does moving forward. But Isaac's saying that, of course, the proof and they've been presented to City Power, and that's why they've moved in to cut the electricity.